Let's go dually next. We'll do Vanessa at the end of the stream. Dually largely got nerfs. Specifically, a lot of items had an additional cooldown added to them, additional second of cooldown. And a lot of the cores had their scaling changed. So the burn core has less burn on each of its level. It used to have 6 on base. Armored core has more shielding, it gives more shielding to the items to the right on its base level. It used to be 5, 10, 20, 40. Now it's 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's significantly worse as it levels up. And then Weaponized Core. I do want to run the Weaponized Core and do something successful with it, because Weaponized Core was actually just buffed. Now it gives weapons to the right of it plus 10 damage on the base level. Used to be plus 5. And I think this upgrades for 10 additional damage every level. I just want to get as many weapons over the right side of this core as I possibly can. Kyber Drone, you have weapons. None of the rest of these bastards do. Although, admittedly, your weapons aren't especially good. My coffee is cool. It's finally potable. Crit Talisman, 5% crit chance to the leftmost item. We'll take the Strange Mushroom. Hopefully the last shop is Isla. Literally the worst available shop for us right now. So what I want right now is just weapons, right? So most shops, almost every shop in fact, has weapons. Kina, though, sells non-weapon items, so it's the opposite.
Cast aside your dextruments.
Induction Aegis, unfortunately, got slowed. Now it's a 5-second cooldown. I'll gamble on crypto.
Feel our energies resonating.
I'm going to take Induction Aegis because it is a fast-activating shield item. Fast-activating shield item to go on the left of it. GPU, coolant, and light bulb A.
I'm so glad we could
Yikes.
share this experience today.
3 additional burn to the Aegis with a 5-second cooldown still doesn't really make it competitive at all. Like, that's literally our board. Why they nerfed Induction Aegis? It wasn't that good before. I also don't understand that. I will give the rightmost weapon 20 additional damage because then I will have some damage.
I spent half my life mastering that.
So Light Bulb, every 3 seconds gives adjacent items 2% crit chance for fight. It's adjacent to the only ones that can hold the crit chance. Weaponized Core. When I use any item left of this, charge it for a second. So the ideal is literally just trying to get the Weaponized Core to hit. I don't really want to give the Weaponized Core specifically the crit chance. But I will.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
Ah, I lose. See, they have scaling. And a weapon. Oh, they have scaling and healing.
learn a lot from losing.
I guess I'm gonna learn a lot then, Pig. Thanks, buddy. Curio's pretty expensive to go to that shop specifically looking for a proboscis to put on the right side of the weaponized core. Haste item. Unfortunately, it could give me Bomb Squad. I do want First Aiden, though. %8 crit chance for our rightmost item. Sure. Ugh. I'd love to try and take the fight, but I lose almost all fights at the moment, and I need Isla's weapons, so I don't really get to choose here. Rocket Launcher, that's a great pickup. Every 6 seconds, deal 8 damage with a multicast of 2. Arc Blaster as well. When you use a tech, charge this 1 second. Light Bulb, Induction Aegis, and Weaponized Core are all techs. So is GPU, in fact, as well. I'll be taking Arc Blaster. It's going to go on the other side of the rocket launcher in a moment. Not yet, but after I get a level up. So to be GPU is another tech, and Arc Blaster that gets fielded. Arc Blaster goes on this side, GPU goes on the left side. Okay, that shop just made it significantly more powerful. We can take out Rogue Scrapper. The possibility of getting Proboscis in the giant mosquito fight admittedly is really appealing, because if Proboscis is on the field, then you put it on the right side of the weaponized core and everything else on the left side, and you just care about how many times you activate items and how many times you slow. Unfortunately, Bully doesn't actually have that good of a slowing kit, but you can find stuff. LEDs are good. Yeah, they are, but like it's LEDs. It's just LEDs. Outside of LEDs, Pylon, 3 spaces. Ooh. Metronome with a slow enchant. Like it's cool LEDs or bust, unfortunately. But I will level up. Is the item Bootstraps related to Willem Turner? I imagine it's probably more related to, especially because it's an economic item and it's about buying things in order to improve. I think it's more related to the phrasing, pull oneself up by their bootstraps, which itself was meant to point out the idiocy of trying to suggest someone do that, but now, and in fact for the last couple of decades, we've had political and economic figures who legitimately believe it's a good idea and a real thing, using that phrasing despite the fact that the invention of that phrasing was made to make fun of the exact point they're trying to make with it. You know what? You're going to give me the proboscis and we're going to do this. Hear me out, Plasma Grenade. Slow all enemy items 1 time. I'd also be happy with the rush at the start of a fight, haste a weapon 3 seconds, and I wouldn't be sad about Keen Eye. I just wouldn't be happy about it either. This is actually the worst outcome. Amber. Every 5 seconds, slow an item 3 seconds, and your other slow items have 1 additional second to slow. I truly can't afford that much right now. Amber is a pretty good slow item. Yeah, I would just... It's just... I wanted the slow payoff so that I could start getting slow items rather than a slow item so that I can possibly look for proboscis, which is even harder to get now. Oh, that's actually fun. Amber upgrades the amount of targets it gets. I did not know that. Thank you. take a bronze tier item. There's a lot of items on my board that could just get immediately upgraded. Security Cameron. I do really care about golden experience, but if I could upgrade any of my items on board, I'd be over the moon about it, Andy. Uzi, one of the fastest weapons in the game. We take that.
You're a smart one for your size.
Wallace. Every 6 seconds, shield 10, and then this gains 10 shield for the fight. This has been buffed. The back of my neck hurts so much. This has been buffed. You know what? Let's raise this so I'm looking upwards. Now does what it used to do on silver. At bronze tier, I still don't think it's good. It would be our only shield scaling though. Alpha Ray. When you use the core or another ray, your weapons gain 2 damage for this fight. This got nerfed hard. It used to be 3 damage at this level. That's fine. But it went 3, 6, 9, 12 for its upgrades. Now it goes 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's still okay this early on, but it's not good. Would be better than Uzi here, though. Or Indoctrinagus. I guess Indoctrinagus and Uzi are the 2 includes when I level up next. Omega Ray got buffed. Yeah, did you see Reynard's response to that in the patch notes video? He literally gets to the Omega Ray buff, looks at it and goes, "We buffed Omega Ray? What?" We'll see about that. Like, takes a second to go, oh, can I justify this? Like, is this maybe a good idea? No, it's not. Oh. Damn. We were literally in the midst of multi-striking them with the rocket launcher, so like a millisecond later and they would have died. I'm just gonna get a haste item. Give me Aiden. No. And the nanobot self is 0. Unfortunately. Haste your friends for 1 second. When you buy this, get 3 nanobots. You asked for weapons and got 3. How did DJ not get buffed? Yeah, no kidding. Bakun pays a coin for each of them. As soon as he turns up, I'll know to take advantage. It's Andy. Upgrading some of our small items here is still very impactful, especially the GPU. Alpha Ray and Arc Blaster would be good as well.
Size dilutes the brain. Mind is highly concentrated.
I don't want to upgrade the light bulb. That's like a soon to replace item. It's a fast tech for activating the Arc Blaster, but other things will be faster. But it's only a 2 gold investment for double the crit chance at the moment.
Whoever
Alright, fine,
said
whatever.
money can't buy class had not.
Fine, whatever, I'll do it. There's the Arc Blaster.
Shall I drop it for you?
20 additional damage for it, base level. We'll take that. I can definitely beat the hell out of the eccentric other right here. Tempest Flame Dancer has burn, has the fiery cutlass. Cutlass still takes 2 spaces. No, I'm going for the eccentric other right. I'm going for the money and gold. Rigged is incredible, yeah. Rigged is like, it's named appropriately. It does feel rigged when you have it. In a game where like bypassing cooldowns is the most important thing that you can do. Bypassing the cooldown at the very start of the fight before you get permahaste from other sources, it fully decides battles. It is insane. Speaking of insane, that's a very early force field. Every 4 seconds, shield 20, and then deal damage equal to your shield. I have no way to scale its shielding. I'm getting rid of DJ Robot. Without the ability to scale its shielding, it's not really impactful, but like I could see a future where maybe something happens. Uzi is here for activating the weaponized core. I don't care that the Uzi can also deal the damage of the weaponized core very effectively, because when the weaponized core has gone off enough times, the Uzi is run out of ammo at that point as well. It's just a fast activator for the weaponized core. That's the goal there. Speaking of the weaponized core, I believe I'm going to be taking the upgrade to it here. Oh, 15. Oh, so it doesn't go to 20. That's unfortunate. I can definitely afford to take a fight if it comes up here. Nice. Yeah. I mean, I still win this. They get to destroy some of our small items, but my damage is going to be really high by the point that they actually start to do that. The viruses only activate every 12 seconds into the fight. Yeah. Nitro. Tech. Burn both players for 4, and then charge an item 1 second. Honestly, I prefer that to the induction Aegis at the moment. Faster activating tech by a full second, and it also gives a second worth of charge to something else. I'll look at mid's worth. I really wish I still had the DJ Robot to sell you, though.
Right. Back to business.
So we're being offered a path, and I don't know if I like it. So let's talk about it. Pylon. Every 3 seconds, slow an item for 1 second. When you slow, haste an item 1 second. In inventory, we have Amber, which we know when this upgrades, it will get additional targets for its slow. And it's also giving other slow items an additional second of slow. And then there's also Hamlet. When you slow, charges 1 second. So between those 5 slots, we could get slow and haste starting to actually filter out onto the board. If I was fielding that, and Hamlet, and Amber, I'm probably taking a lot of my tech theming off board. So if I was doing that, it would look like Arc Blaster goes off, Weaponized Core moves right. We lose Light Bulb, GPU, and Nitro. And then we field Amber and Pylon. And then we have to figure out whether or not I even care about Hamlet. Hamlet admittedly will be pretty quick with 2 slowing items on field, and it only gets faster. The haste does a lot. Yeah, the haste does a lot. I really want to keep some subtypes available, but I also think that force field's like never going back on field. I say never going back on field, not like it was on field in the first place.
My boys. Hope that brat Quixel was watching. Happy to exploit him. I mean, help you.
Cool LEDs. I'll take the opportunity by rolling here to see. Dang. If I can get cool LEDs or another small item that I particularly care about at the moment. So the tech theming is probably being moved out of this run. I don't think I need the additional damage scaling from Alpha Ray. Like, it's giving 2 additional damage to all weapons when I use the core. The core is doing 15. Like, it's so outscaled that I think I do just field Hamlet, and it's just these to charge that. I'm going to keep a full inventory at the moment. Obviously, like, there's a possibility of running into Barkun in the future. Duct tape is also slow. I would run duct tape. Oh, I like duct tape a lot. There's also a possibility I run into like a really early railgun tomorrow, and then suddenly going back into having tech items on field is a really good idea. So I'm leaving myself open to that in the inventory. Oh, One William SG, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Enjoy your emotes in chat, and welcome to the Republic. Their brick body's got good scaling. Oh, thank heck. We just got there. I feel like their border's arranged wrong. Yes. Yes, it is. So the obvious thing is that, yes, they do want Bomb Squad to... they don't care about how many haste triggers Bomb Squad sees. It just needs to see enough to be in permanent haste. So it doesn't need to be, like, between the 2 fastest activating in First Aid and in the Companion Core. The Micro Dave can be next to the Brick Body, because Micro Dave is used a lot. Literally, like, Bomb Squad could be between Wallace and Micro Dave and it'd be completely fine. Also, Micro Dave could even be one of the targets taking the haste because it's doing most of their damage. So they could do Micro Dave on that side and then First Aid over the other side of Brick Body. And then Bomb Squad between First Aiden and Wallace. That'll be enough to give permanent haste to Bomb Squad in that position. I'm a bit surprised that nanobots are not a tech type. Yeah. Like, a lot of the friends feel like they should be tech type as well. But I guess they're determining, like, tech is an inanimate version. And friend is if you put enough tech together that it gets up and it says, hello, master. Isla sells weapons. I don't think I care about Isla's weapons at the moment. I think... because none of them are going to be slowing. I think I'm going to clear up my inventory and get 150 max HP. Railgun? Yeah, Isla could have sold Railgun, technically. But, like, if Railgun's the only thing I'm going for, and it's pretty rare today, that feels pretty bad to turn down the HP instead. Especially because the HP effectively, like, you know, because I'm not healing or shielding, the HP determines how much time I have to beat my enemy. This guy is really potent when you encounter him early on. Especially because the Ganjo got upgraded. We do have really good damage scaling, but so does he. Shouldn't underestimate him, even though it looks like we're about to beat his butt off. Every 4 seconds, adjacent weapons gain 15 damage to the fight, heal items 15, and shield items 15. Like, that's what my weaponized core is doing. That said, the weaponized core is activating significantly faster than once every 4 seconds.
I sense something blocking your power. Let's get rid of it.
Left-handed, your leftmost weapon gets 30 additional damage. Not bad. Not bad, admittedly. Command ship, if you have a vehicle, reduce your non-vehicles items cooldowns by 10%. There is a vehicle that wants to go into this build. It's pretty obvious. It's Race Carl. That said, I don't have enough haste triggers right now for Race Carl to really be happy to be out on this field. But eventually, ideally, Race Carl would be here somewhere. Flashy Pilot, same. It also works with Race Carl. I think I just take left-handed so that I actually have a benefit here. Because, like, both of these are fun, but they rely on me getting a vehicle and then making it work. And they don't spike my power level at all right now. And I really want to keep my power level high right now. My future is already pretty good without these.
There are a lot of steps in this staircase, but it's beautiful.
And I'd specifically have to make them work, which would be tough. Yeah, this is an annoying situation. Flame Juggler does a lot of damage. Admittedly, I do a lot of damage. But as soon as the Flame Juggler gets me to below half health, it does a 10 additional burn to us immediately, and then we die. I think I can survive the Flame Juggler. It would be with Ganjo and Aegis. I guess I'm also fine to reorient these. And if I take the Uzi off the board, the rocket launcher gets all of the damage. Slow does basically nothing against Juggler. Yeah, but shield halves their damage. If I get like 3 good shield triggers off in the fight, we are defended. I think. We should still run damage over slow. Yeah, slow's literally just here for haste. Okay, yeah, fair. Without shield, it becomes much harder to fight, but that isn't much shield. It's not, but I think it's enough to get us through the fight. Oh, God, I'm going to feel really dumb if it's not, though. This is increasingly feeling like a really bad idea.
It's life, and sometimes the opposite. Not my
Easy.
finest performance.
Chat, why didn't you believe in me? Chat, why do you hate me? Constantly telling me I can't do it. Junkmaster, you believed in me. I'll never forget that. To be fair, I didn't believe in me either, so if you didn't believe in me, I agree with you. So let me just make that very clear. Hamlet can go on board right now. I believed your judgment in not believing yourself. I'll take it. Power drill isn't good yet, but
Take your
it definitely
turn.
is.
I'm pretty laid back.
Good overall, yeah. They didn't nerf Pulse Rifle. I thought they said they nerfed Pulse Rifle by giving an additional second to its cooldown, but they didn't nerf Pulse Rifle. Anyhow, Power Drill. When you haste, slow, freeze, burn, or poison, charges 2 seconds. When you have Pylon on field, when you slow, you already haste, so it just doubles the amount of triggers that slows give you on board. And Power Drill also sees all of the burns coming out of the rocket launcher. This is a very fast weapon. It's not the fastest weapon yet. A lot of additional skills and some additional slow triggers. Like, every upgrade for Amber gives it 2 additional triggers for the Power Drill. Power Drill definitely wants to be on this board somewhere. Is it ever on the same board with both Pylon and Rocket Launcher? Right now?
I used to offer a free ride home, but people thought it was weird.
Motherboard. Haste the core for 2 seconds. When the core gains haste, this gains 10 damage to the fight. Snail's here to slow as well, which is nice, but... I mean, it slows and poisons and burns at the same time. So it slows, it poisons, and it hastes on a 4-second cooldown. I think there's an argument to be made. I mean, I'm selling Gantro. Gantro doesn't stay on this board. We have other ways of scaling. I think there's an argument to be made to put Snail on board, replacing Uzi and Hamlet. Every 4 seconds, poison 6, and slow an item for 3 seconds, and haste an item, and that'll trigger the Power Drill slightly faster for us.
Oh, I think you
Well, slightly
really
faster.
enjoy
Every 4 seconds, it is 6 seconds worth of charge to the Power Drill. It's not slightly faster. It's a lot faster. Okay, now hear me out. Rocket Launcher over Core. No, I'm not willing to go that far. The additional damage scaling for the Power Drill is important. If this had a slow enchant... Let's sell the induction Aegis. You know what? Give me a silver tier item. Gamma Ray. No. I say no to Gamma Ray. Gives Armory, Health Toughness, and Shield related items. Duct Tape, admittedly. Duct Tape would slap pretty hard. Duct Tape slapped hard enough to go.
Oh, a customer.
Shielded Hamlet. Admittedly, Hamlet does go back on the board at some point. Him shielding me equal to the item's damage? When does it go back on the board? Raps, when does that happen? After Amber is upgraded. After Amber is upgraded and I have a metronome? Would you ever upgrade Amber over the core? Yes. I'm getting out of my text subtyping here. If I reroll, I would specifically have to find a bronze tier duct tape to even be able to take it, and then I still have to sell something to get it. Drill is the payoff for slow, so is Hamlet needed? So Hamlet is not about paying off for slow. Hamlet is about, if I have a bunch of slow, Hamlet suddenly becomes one of the fastest items for activating the weaponized core. So I just need more slow before this is relevant. Like, this cooldown goes down to, like... right now, this cooldown is somewhere around 4.5 seconds. With an upgrade to Amber, it goes down to, like, 3.5. If I have another slow item on board that's relevant,
You don't rush
or
it.
skills especially that are adding additional targets of slow, an enchant for slow especially, oh my god, then this guy gets nutty. Shielded Hamlet to the right of the core is actually a ton of survivability. Oh, it actually is right now, yeah. That's true. Oh god, is that right now though? Is it Uzi and Hamlet over Snail? Yeah, that's the question. I think that's a better board than Drill. Oh, than Drill! So like this. Okay, yeah. The Drill admittedly does still want more triggers available before it's really happy. Yeah, let's go with this. Who's our opponent? Because it might depend on that. We'll have a look. It's Big Malian. It's Big Piggian. Basically, Drill is supposed to enchant if we get a decent one. Not just post-enchant, skills, especially, like Grease Fire, Hotspot, those kinds of things. A lot of skills also make it a really easy choice. That is a big Regal Blade. Thankfully, we are shielding.
Well,
Nice.
cultivation is
Warm Hugs would be good now. Not on the end board. So Warm Hugs is when you use a friend, burn 2. And when we have Power Drill on board, I'm not going to have more than one friend on field. I might not even have one friend on field. If I do, it will be Shielded Hamlet. So, like, I wouldn't object to it. Like, yeah, it's an additional trigger for the sake of the Power Drill, but it's not as good. As, like, Hotspot or Grease Fire, especially. Fight, 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 fight! Woo! Haha, yeah, buddy, I got shielding. I got shielding for days.
Step right up. Let's start
Fight,
the
fight,
show.
fight, 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 fight. Yeah, you're not even getting me below half health this time, buddy. I liked it so much that we ran it back.
Tragedy.
I could add a gold tier lighter. He almost never gives you the lighter, and he tries to give it to me constantly there. Tinker, you sell friend items. You can't sell the friend item I care about, though. You lose array. Wait, have you put a slow enchant on that? The lighter? Does it become a heavier lighter? I like that. Even if you're getting a cry emoji in chat, I enjoyed that, Dractum. I think I'm gonna take the money here, actually. No, you can't turn. If I can afford it, it's really hard to turn down 150 HP right now. Mod Squad. Mod Squad doesn't have any items I care about. I mean, yeah, I guess Beautiful Friendship is not bad. When you use a friend, your weapons gain 3 damage for the fight. It's not bad, I just wouldn't be happy about it. Actually, crypto's pretty good. I'll take that for money. Upgrade a silver or lower tier item. Because Amber is from Mac and not from Dually, it's going to be really difficult for us to upgrade that in stores. And every upgrade it gets gives it an additional target for its slow. Thank you, Yaya, for telling me about that. Which is also an additional haste for the sake of the Pylon. Which suddenly makes power drill significantly more power drill full. It's not medium items I'm looking for at the moment, so I'm going to go to the docks. And... Tool or shield? Tool is more likely to be slow related. Thurable. Every 8 seconds, burn 8 and gain 3 regen for the fight. Unfortunately, that is nothing. That is a blank space. On a related note, Pig's weights should give additional damage scaling with slow enchant. Pig's Gym 2 then. Pig's Gym 2, comma, then. Isla? I don't really need to upgrade my weapons right now. I'm gonna hit up Finn and just get the 80 health and 5 regen. I really want to field the power drill now. But I guess Shielded Hamlet also did get faster.
Go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more fun. Defeat does not defeat me.
All right, that worked out pretty well. I'm going to swap to a chair for a bit. Subtle. Couldn't even possibly tell. Dooley's Workshop, eh? We could upgrade the core and get 10% max health. We could upgrade our leftmost friend. I mean, Shielded Hamlet will just get additional damage with that, and I don't actually care about its additional damage. Crypto is currently bugged and is selling for 23. I will take advantage of that, thank you. I think I upgrade the firmware and just get the additional max HP. I mean, the core getting additional damage scaling is nice as well, but 10% max HP is huge. 160 health this early on? Yes, please. Well, I just talked about how 160 health is really great. How can I turn down an eating contest? Because it costs 10 gold? I have 47. I can spare 10. Oh, okay. Let's very quickly check the shop of these two, because whichever of them has slow items is going to be who I fight. Enclave Weeper. No slow-related items. I could have sworn you had one. Trash Golem. Plasma Grenade. Burn both players for 10 and slow all enemy items for 10 seconds. Slowing all enemy items for 10 seconds admittedly would be really good. Takes 8 seconds to trigger for the first time. I'd have to worry about trying to find ways to reload it. Dire Inglet is also here. Anyway, we'll focus on the other ones for the moment. The single hit of Plasma Grenade in Trash Golem, I don't think is enough to justify taking it over Enclave Weeper, especially in a world where Enclave Weeper does have a possibility of giving us additional experience as well via the Vial of Blood. So something I never thought to ask, does slow double cooldown since haste halves it? Yes. And for that exact reason, they cancel one another out. We did get the Vial of Blood, hell yeah. Slow more. Oh, this is really annoying. So, here's the problem. Slow skills are really, 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 really good if they're good, and garbage if they're bad. First time you use a large item each fight, slow a number of items. Admittedly, that would be really good, because then the Pylon suddenly gets us off to a really fast start. And that's probably one of the worst things that Slow-Mo could even sell me right now. The lady's weird because it's always correct to click all in here. That's what I'm currently reckoning with. Am I invested enough into the slow archetype that it's not correct?
Very fast. I will need some time to translate.
First time you fall below half health each fight. Slow 4 items in 2 seconds. Yeah, I will mention. Yaya says, not anymore. After the patch, All-In's got a lot worse because you can now find gold versions of bronze and silver tier skills. That's also true for Adira. Like, previously, the pool of diamond tier skills was very hit or miss. Now it's very miss or miss. Like, you can see a diamond tier, you can see the diamond tier right envelope. You can get 10 gold. as your Adira output. It's not stop that, the only gold skill here. First time you fall below half health. Slow 4 items for 2 seconds. Net launcher. First time you use a large item each fight, slowed 2 items for 3 seconds. So the Pylon, 3 seconds into the fight, slows 2 additional items and hastes 2 additional items. That's not bad. Slowed targets. When you slow, your items gain 1% crit chance for the fight. Admittedly, I do want that to be really good. But this is only ever gonna give, like, 15% crit chance over the course of the entire fight. If I roll here, I'm being greedy, though, because Net Launcher was one of our safe outcomes.
It races while we rest.
Creeping Chill. First time you slow each fight, freeze an item 3 seconds. Not bad. I would probably take it. Creeping Toxins. The first 5 times you slow each fight, charge a poison item 1 second. Honestly, not awful right now, but eventually the Snail gets off field because it doesn't scale very well into the late game. And then Temporal Strike. If you have exactly 1 weapon, the first 5 times you use it each fight, slow an item 1 second. Unfortunately, we have the weaponized core, and we are likely to keep it and Power Drill. If not also shielded Hamlet. I think I'm going to take Creeping Chill for the slow effect. Sorry, for the freeze effect. And then that'll activate anything that happens on freeze as well, which is nice. All sells large items. Admittedly, I only really care about Pole giving me Pylon right now, but I do care about it a lot.
For me, this is talking fast.
Bill, the Force Field, and Solar Farm certainly don't come with us. Too late for us to go to Railgun. Crane. When you use an adjacent large item, this gains 30% damage to the fight. When you use an adjacent medium item, this gains 20% damage for the fight. All right, let's just think about it for a second. We just think about it for a second, okay? We just give it a little bit of thought for a second. This is a hole that Crane could sit in. That's an early Crane. Bunker. 3 spaces. You take 20% less damage. Upgrades 30% and then 40%. I don't know. I can't tell you. Are we Crane gamers? It would be our damage scaling, and then we would just focus around slowing. I think we might be Crane gamers. I think it's time to Crane game.
This money. What should I do with it?
Zerf and Safari, please give me something that gives me additional triggers of things happening, like Blizzard at the start of the fight, freeze all non-weapon items for 2 seconds. So that'll freeze the Amber and the Pylon at the start of the fight, which admittedly I didn't want those frozen. But it doesn't freeze the Crane, Shielded Hamlet, or the Power Drill, and it will freeze all of my enemy items that are related to that. And the Power Drill will get additional charge for all of the ones that it sees. I mean, I'm going to do it. I was so hoping for Paralyzing Rush here. That would be so good. Oh my god. Paralyzing Rush is when you slow haste. It's when you slow haste, right? When you slow haste a weapon. So it would just double the effect of the Pylon. Blue, blue, blue. I don't know. Let's see if this is a board.
Boring.
Oh. That's That's a very early Atlas stone. Diamonds. Can they hit me enough times with it before my crane? The answer is no.
I can see you're going places, but I'll be chasing you.
Was there a weapon that hit both players, or am I imagining it? Gavel can hit either player, but not both at the same time. I think we might be crane gamers. I mean, what I want is metronome.
I would never debase my wares by haggling. Ugh.
Cool LEDs. Slow an item for 2 seconds. When you use the core, charge this 1 second. Like, it'd be this, and then cool LEDs goes there. Like, that's actually sick. It's actually sick. I'm gonna sub Crane back onto the field when it's upgraded. I'm gonna
Tell
take the cool
everyone
LEDs
you
right
got it
now.
here.
Metronome. So close. We got a small item. That's how close we were. Damn it. Oh, if we got a fight there. Well, actually, if we take Chili Charles... Oh, unfortunately, Thug has the slow items, though. But if I took Chili Charles, I can get my level 10 upgrade before the next fight. We get 3 in this fight, 1 in a space, 1 in each of the next 2 spaces as we move. Unfortunately, for that exact reason, I have to take Chili Charles here. But Thug definitely has the better loot for us. Power drill's ready to go off. Just as soon as it gets unfrozen. Wait, hear me out. Hammock next to Crane is kind of good. So Hammock would need to be adjacent to 2 large items in order to have a 2-second cooldown. Otherwise, it has a 7-second cooldown, which is pretty bad. Did they add Thieves Guild Medallion back to Thug? I don't think they did, no. Between the Pylon and Crane. Okay, so Hammock is next to Crane now. In that position. What takes up the final 2? Because it also needs to be fast. Pylon is a very fast, large item to have next to Crane, giving it 30% damage scaling. Drill, Icy Hammock charges it. I don't know if that's anything. I'm gonna go to Paul, see if he has...
Hello, little sentient.
There's nothing we can sell for that? What do you mean there's nothing we can sell for that? We need 11 gold? Unfortunately, shielded hamlet would be going. Remote control and Uzi.
I almost bought the forklift.
Gold becomes goods, then returns to gold.
Vale hamlet.
Clouds to the sea.
Mm-hmm. Cranegaming. So Crane is so good at diamond tier because now when I use an adjacent large item, it gains 60%. It was 30% before. And an adjacent medium gives it 40%. It was 20% before. And the base number for it is much higher. So it's starting with a higher base and it's scaling a lot faster. You're a lot faster to ditch Hamlet than I would have been. What can I say? I believe. I believe in Cranegaming. Get a slow item. I love those. Thanks. That's fun. Burning Caldara will give to Pylon, and then Pylon will say, when you slow, burn. Which just means more triggers for the drill. Also, it means anything that's related to, like, anything that's related to giving us things when we use burn is now active. You euthanized your faithful companion, Hamlet, more quickly than any test subject on record. Congratulations. You heartless prick. Okay, so this enemy is trying to shield ridiculously to... I mean, I kind of hope he does shield ridiculously. Please do. Because, just because that's going to be in the thumbnail. Because doing 111,000 damage is pretty fun, actually. I like that. Holy 111k, Batman! Did they change the scaling crit skill in this patch? They did. They absolutely did, unfortunately, for this build. I have no money. I just need to get money, so I'm gonna be scrimping and saving for a little bit of time here. 10 regen, honestly, to keep me healthy while I'm doing all this? Absolutely. Okay, I don't think it's Oasis Guardian for, for the fossilized femur. But I do need to see what he has in his store. Oasis Guardian, day 8. There we go. Sleeping potion? No, he doesn't have enough slow-related things for me to really care about him. Joyful Jackal. Pretty similar. Alright, yeah, this is just the fight. Is LEDs goods without core? Is it good? No. Is it the best item I have? Yes. No problem. Every 5 seconds, it'll slow, and haste, and burn. So it's really good for triggering the power drill. It gives, every 5 seconds, it gives 6 seconds worth of charge to the power drill. That's the real good thing about it here. Why use the femur to bonk when I can bonk with a crane? So my power spikes are definitely going to be skills at this point. Skills that give, like, when you use a tool, when you burn, when you use your leftmost item, etc. Those are our real hits. Oh, Alpha Ray. It's complete garbage now. Bjorn teaches freeze skills, which could include the first time you freeze, do X. And we freeze at the very start of the fight from Blizzard. Simon teaches skills unique to Dooley, but unfortunately a lot of the skills unique to Dooley specifically refer to the core, which we are not currently fielding, so I don't want to take that. I think it's Bjorn. I think it's Bjorn for freeze-related skills so that I can try and get things triggering at the start of the fight.
Poor creature.
First time you use a large item each fight, freeze an item 4 seconds. Admittedly, that means the first time we use the Fiery Pylon, we freeze with Creeping Chill and freeze with Initial Chill. Honestly, I think that's actually worth it here. So here's the reasoning. Sure, it's 2 seconds additional charge for Power Drill. Fine. The reasoning is that if I can get to the second hit of Crane, we win. By that time, Crane is scaled enough to do enough damage. Anything I can do to slow them down at the start of the fight is worth its weight in gold. Speaking of...
Kev does good work.
Hello, Forger. It's lovely to see you. I'm going to be upgrading my Amber for an additional slow target, which means every time Amber goes off, it slows an additional target, it hastes an additional target, and it burns.
Now you have no chance at it.
So Power Drill gets 6 seconds more charge out of it. Not letting the enemy play the game is almost always the strongest thing you can do. Yeah, yeah. Oh, they're going to be doing some not letting me play the game, unfortunately. Oh, they've got a lot of slow scaling with slow and steady. When you slow, weapons gain 3 damage to the fight. They've also got Clamor for doing that slow. They've got Shield of Proboscis and Pepper Spray to do some additional slow. Can I survive until the...
Like my crew says at the bar.
Crane hit? Yes, I
another
can.
round.
136,000. Any item that I'm interested in, I really won't be able to afford yet, so I still need to go Cache of Riches for gold. I'm going to look at the aerodrome to see if we get something that's really impactful. We do. Unfortunately, I'm actually really mad about this. If the aerodrome offers me Fiery Pylon, it's going to offer me Fiery Pylon with the enchant, which means it'll be expensive. Okay, they didn't. Thank you. I'll upgrade the Power Drill for a little extra damage. I'll upgrade Cool LEDs for a little extra damage. A little extra damage, a little extra slow. Honestly, neither of those really made almost any difference. The Captain's Wheel wouldn't be bad, but I wouldn't want to replace any of my items on board for it. Like, it's reliable haste to the Crane, but we lose, like, the reliability of the scaling of the Crane in order to get it. Big ego could keep you alive? It could. Basilisk Fang. While your enemy has poison, this has plus 50% crit chance. And a gold tier loot item for cooldown reduction, please. Thank you. Very kind of you. Isla sells weapons, and honestly, I'm going to take the relax option here. I don't want any weapons that Isla sells at the moment, and I definitely don't want to spend money on things that I don't need to be spending money on right now. Finn's Big Bite for more max HP honestly also appeals more.
Now this is health food. Literally.
So there's a diamond skill that gives lifesteal to one weapon, and then there's Big Ego. Yes, but Big Ego is also only from monsters, so it's fine for monster skills to be more powerful than the skills that are available in the general pool, because they're far less common to get and far less reliable to actually aim for. Bob can also be a core if you, or could have been a core, has been hotfixed out at the moment. If you bought Combat Core. Combat Core would give it the core typing. Oh, I do like Basilisk Fang in a run where I can use it. It's just not this one. Oh, yikes. Oh god. When you haste, your weapons gain 1% crit chance for the fight. When you shield, your weapons gain 3 damage for the fight. And when you haste, shield 20. They had a turbo core. Only by the grace of not letting the core actually go off did we win that fight. Because, like, as soon as they started hasting... Well... No, they don't actually have a Armadillo on board either. Alright, never mind, we're fine. Speaking of Combat Core, exactly. It's right there. I just summoned an example so that I could show you. Could old Bob get unsellable? Theoretically, no. Because you can never purchase something that's unsellable. You only get the crane at the very start of the run. Sorry, you only get the core that has the unsellable tag at the very start of the run. Duct tape. Every 6 seconds. Slow an item for 1 second. When you use an adjacent item, shield 8. Unfortunately, it's slower than my cool LEDs, and I do only care about the slow trigger and not the shield on adjacency anymore. Sadly. I honestly don't know what I would replace on my board at this point. I think I just need to play an economic game until I get to, like, spikes, which are our level ups, basically, at this point. If Void Golem doesn't destroy Fiery Pylon or Crane, we can win that fight, but that's like a 40% chance he destroys it. Boss Harrow would be hilarious. Yeah, you know what? Give me Boss Harrow. Boss Harrow. When any non-weapon item is used, slow it for 2 seconds. I'd do that. I'd happily do that.
You gotta be with the Gorgons. Slimy snakes.
I'm not using weak point detector though. Every 6 seconds, your weapons gain 9 damage for the fight. When you slow, chances 2 seconds. Way too slow for this late game. Admittedly, Fiery Pylon does really want upgrades, actually, because then it will haste for an amount of time that is not negligible. But gold tier skills are really, 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 really important.
Why does Lufu
And I don't have any. Oh, look, I can get 10 gold. First 5 times you use what core? Improved toxins. All right. Well, thanks, bud. Yikes. First time you use a large item each fight. Shield equal to 20% of your max health. Well, I definitely would have preferred the upgrade. Hopefully this is Forger. Oh, Snail. Flashbang. Every 6 seconds, slow all enemy items for 3 seconds. Yes, please. I don't think Call LEDs really gets to go up that many times. I think, honestly, a flashbang is significantly better than that. This, for every enemy item on the field, up to a possibility of 10, but probably like an average of 7. This will slow, haste, and burn. So that's 7 of each of them. So 21 total triggers seen by the power drill. The power drill gets 42 seconds worth of charge. Multi-tool every 4 seconds, haste another item for 2 seconds, and slow an item for 2 seconds. If I had more space on the board, it would be possible, but it's not overrating Amber or the Flashbang or any of the other board. I'll roll here, but like, do I roll here? Even if I got Rivet Gun, would I use it? Yes, I would. Rivet Gun between Power Drill and Amber, actually, to get the Amber to trigger faster would be good. We don't get it. That's fine.
Lithic markets just trade boulders. This is more fun.
Dang, Pylon upgrade really still would have been huge.
In and out here and there, so rushed, so confused.
Vanessa's most likely to have almost no items on board, but if they have almost no items on board that we can target with slow, then, thankfully, we'll be freezing their important... Yeah, they literally only have Cove and Turbo Rifle on fields. That's only 2 freeze targets. Buddy. I'm just gonna freeze them.
Next time, boys, less blunder, more plunder.
Absolutely crane gamed him.
As a GSM and master merchant, I can sell you things.
Schematics has been changed. When you level up, you get a tech item now. I don't think it's worth anything for us right now. Honestly, I don't upgrade the power drill. It's 25 additional damage, but the damage of the power drill is not what ends the fight. The damage of the crane is what ends the fight. It being diamond tier gives no impact right now. If I was Pygmalion, diamond tier could possibly give me additional health. But
I can feel my...
I need to make sure that I still have money available in case I run into a skill vendor. Okay, yes, Trash Titan would be good if I got Juggler, but Void Colossus would be insane if I got his skill, which is when you burn haste. So that would just be an additional haste trigger from every fiery pylon. But he could win Void Colossus? He has to destroy the crane in his first hit to win. I'll think about it for a second, but I still think I'm going to him. Master Alchemist, you... don't really care about you. Trash Titan... A 1 in 5? Is it a full 1 in 5? Or do we kill him with the first... Yeah, he doesn't even get to hit anything. Unfortunately, we only get the Void Ray out of it. Alright, time to see exactly how bad Adira's pool has gotten.
I am not prideful. I simply acknowledge the fact of my greatness.
Mixed messages. The first 8 times you use a non-weapon item each fight, charge a weapon 1 second. That's what we're going to be taking. Left eye, 32% crit chance, paralytic poison. The first time you poison, I don't poison. I'm just going to take mixed messages. That seems decidedly not bad. Yeah, admittedly, mixed messages was really good there as a pickup. Very, very, very happy to have it. Let's take the experience. Okay, great. I can definitely beat an octopus. Oh my god, this is so many items for the flashbang. I'm gonna be a crane gamer. We only have 1 medium item? That is true. Oh my god, it could get hyper-focused. Of course it wasn't. That makes sense. It shouldn't have been. Gold tier loot item for cooldown reduction. Here it comes. I daren't have even asked for additional max ammo. Oh, this is so good. Basically, do you kill me instantly? Yes or no? That's pretty instant. That's a lot of damage.
Next time, I'll show you what I learned from this.
Get him! Not instant enough, bad man. Oh, this is going great. Yeah, it's definitely an experience. Because our level ups are where we really hit pace here.
I am not a warrior. I am just a man who has lived a long time.
3 absolute whiffs right now. Literally had no impact on our board. That's unfortunate. I will take Captain's Charge at least, which is, you know, first time you use large item each fight, haste 3 items, 3 seconds. It's not bad. It is quite good, in fact. It's just, things could got a lot better than that as well. A Diamond Tier Chris Army Knife. Can't wait to sell that.
The world whirls like the wind.
We're just waiting for a drill enchantment right now. Admittedly, that's definitely one of the better things.
Your strength
Other skills are also really good. Magic Carpet, when you crit, it gets additional damage. Okay, we're definitely going to Barkun. Sorry, not Barkun, excuse me. We're definitely going to Nufu. We're looking for any skill related to what I'm doing. Leftmost burn item, don't care about burn. Exactly 1 core. If you have exactly 1 friend, I don't. Reduce it and the core's cooldown. Don't have a core by 10%. Additional second of slow from the first freeze. Yeah. Roll. Yikes. First time you use large item each fight, shield equal to 20% max health. I mean, keeping us alive longer with the crane, admittedly good, but like shielding for 30% of my max health when I use like a large item, it doesn't feel good. For a diamond tier? Oof. We can afford to roll here until we see an event that's worth a while. Cooldown reduction from Monster Ranch is definitely worth a while. 6% cooldown reduction to the entire board, or 6% to our leftmost. Let's go for the entire board, actually. Okay, so I'm going to choose Malafang here. And it's based on the fact that we do have burn triggers coming out of the fiery pylon, but also grease fire or hot spots would both be huge pickups, just in terms of additional triggers for the power drill.
Nightshade knows his poisons, but he's got no flair.
So is Toxic Flame.
Fire.
When you burn with an item, poison 1. The fiery pylon says when you slow, burn 4. So it's going to be also poisoning 1, which means every slow trigger also poisons now. So that's even faster power drill. When you slow, haste, burn, and poison. Yep. It's pretty good. Did they hotfix Bob? Yeah, they removed him. Oh, you're a drill gamer too. Oh, your drill gaming is good. It's just not better than my crane gaming. Yay! Oh, that was a wild run. Fiery pylon, crane. Oh, YouTube. Dragtum says hi, YouTube. So just so you know, Dragtum says hi. I'll pass that along for them. Flashbang and Amber, honestly coming in insanely clutch here. Our highest damage number was something like 158k. I think it was 169k. All right. Yo says, I also just got a 10 win with Ammo Vanessa with insane scaling. You know, I hope I get something similar to that in just a moment, as we are about to play Vanessa. Tell YouTube that Plasma Grenade was robbed of its moment to shine by Flashbang, admittedly.